Fellas, are you seeing this Paperboy right here? We are getting another Paper Mario game. Like right now, because I am releasing this video on the same day that Paper Mario Origami King releases on Nintendo Switch. So as of now, I have not played it, but these are just my impressions of the game. I'll be giving my full thoughts on this game on a video I'm making next Friday when I've actually had a chance to play the game. And in that video, I'll be saying my thoughts about all the Paper Mario games in another ranking video to find out what the best Paper Mario game is. But for now, I just want to say why I'm concerned about this game, but at the same time, like what I see so far. So might as well start off with a big one, my biggest concern in fact, there's no experience points. If there's one thing they need in Paper Mario that would be such a simple change, it would be to have experience after battle. But who cares, I hear you saying. It's a tiny game mechanic that's been gone for a while now in the series, and that's your biggest concern? Alright, here's the rundown. Experience points after battles are a reward for winning, which in turn incentivizes the player to get into battles, as well as making it feel more rewarding when a player develops new strategies for defeating opponents. So by having XP, it creates a nice risk-reward flow throughout the game. For example, if you see an enemy, the player can choose to avoid it in most cases, or battle it and risk losing health in battle, but for a potential reward being XP points. So by removing it, it completely breaks this whole thought process, since you're better off just skipping it. And considering they developed a whole new gameplay battle style, it would be a shame if the whole battle system went to waste. You do get coins at the end of battles now, but the players that I've seen already had more than enough coins, and considering how many coins there were in previous Paper Mario games, I don't know, I remain skeptical. Dude, I could do a whole video on how XP is necessary in Paper Mario, but for now, I'll just leave it at this. Moving on to the first thing that I'm really liking is the visuals in this game. Looks very well optimized for the hardware. Like Color Splash was the first HD Paper Mario, and it did look good, but this takes it to another level. Look at that water, look at this lighting. And on top of, just looking good, the locations seem very imaginative and unique. There's Shy Guyville over here that looks like a Vegas for Shy Guys that is located in the middle of this purple paper desert. Good colors and contrast going on here. And then we got Fall Land, where it is always the best season, fall. The trees and this environment in general just look very interesting. The various different visuals and styles seem like it would make the game more interesting to see all the unique areas in it. On to my next concern, and it would have to be the battle system. It just seems too simple and easy to be such a big and reoccurring part in the game. Again, these are just my impressions, but it doesn't look nearly as fun as the first two Paper Mario games, and it's such a simple puzzle to be repeating all the time for every battle. Once everything is lined up in battle, the enemies just seem to die in one turn because you also get an attack multiplier for lining them up. Overall, I'd say my concerns with the battles could be summed up as this. It looks very dumbed down and stripped of all the mechanics that I think it would get very mindless after a while. And there's even some consumable weapons of sorts returning that were really divisive in the other games. So I say this battle system, combined with the fact that there is no XP, makes me think that I'll be skipping a lot of battles through my playthrough. Okay, now on to something that I didn't even know was a thing until recently, and that's that this is open world Paper Mario. Yes, they finally made Breath of the Paper Mario. Okay, not really, it's still a linear game, but all the locations are directly connected to one another. No more of this map business. And the locations in general are massive, so I assume exploration will be a bigger part of this game. I know it's been like the trendy thing to do to make these big open worlds in games recently, but it seems like an interesting decision for Paper Mario, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. Worlds are so big in this game that you'd need to drive a boot just to get around the desert. I don't know, I just found that kind of funny, The next unfortunate decision is that, yet again, there are no partners in this game. The only one who is doing the fighting in battles is this Paper Mario. You do find temporary help in certain sections of the game, but you can't even control these guys in battle, so it's pretty well random what they even do. And that is just no fun, man. I want to be able to use other characters to fight with me in battle, giving me more strategic elements. I want to be able to have a different party of sidekicks that I can choose from. And these fake sidekicks don't even help you outside of battle like the real ones did. So it's kind of a disappointment. This has been a common complaint in the series for some time now, so it's kind of a shame they still haven't addressed it. And they clickbaited us with these fake partners in the first trailer, so what gives, eh? A new mechanic this time around that actually looks pretty interesting are these toads that are littered all over the environment. They are all hidden in different locations and are crumpled up, making them harder to spot. This gives the player a side objective, which is to be thoroughly scanning the environment for anything that seems suspicious. Remember, when you see a dog, smack that dog because it's actually a toad. And finding these mushroom guys unlocks various things in the game, and they can help you in battles, creating a greater incentive to find them. As well as it just gives you another reason to be aware of your environment, and an excuse to stare at the visuals some more. It just looks like a fun scavenger-esque side mode that the player always has to be aware of. And the last bad thing in this video before we finish on a positive note is this confetti thing. So there's like this new mechanic in this game where when you see a floor that is broken, you just throw some confetti and like paper mache, it's fixed. Yeah, this mechanic's not doing it for me. It just gives me some weird color splash flashbacks. That's a tongue twister. Where the paint was missing everywhere and you have to hammer back the spots, usually to get more coins. And in that game, it was super pointless, and it seems the same here. All the rewards I've seen are just some more coins or one-use items. It's like there's no thought process when you use the confetti. You just place it in a spot. So in that sense, I see it as a totally pointless collectible that's used just to get more coins, when they could have spent that time developing a more interesting mechanic. Okay, and finally, another thing that looks pretty promising is something that has remained probably the most consistent throughout the series, and that's the humor and dialogue. While I've only read a few text boxes, they mostly seem well written, but what I've seen more of are these humorous set pieces. There's this like game show scene that seems pretty entertaining. You can try on the masks of other Nintendo characters, and then there's this torture scene at the start where they make Bowser watch one of his minions get crushed and turned into origami. Oh wait, that's not supposed to be funny. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Paper Mario so far. I'm excited to play it after I release this video, and I will see you guys next Friday when I rank all these games. Take it easy, Paper Boys.